All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Our guest tonight is one half of the popular duo Jones and Heather and can be heard every weekday morning from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Lite Rock 105. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Wicked Late, Heather Gersten. Heather, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much for being here.
No problem.
It's nice to see you again.
Thank you.
People out there might not know we used to work together, of course.
A long time ago,
I was a
right?
professional bodybuilder, and Heather oiled me up before my competition. So God bless you, Heather, for all your hard work.
And then you went to mopping my floors and vacuuming for me. It was great.
It was quite a transition.
Yeah,
Well, it's
really
nice to
good.
see you again, and
Nice
I
to
have
see
so
you.
many questions about what you do in the morning.
All right, ask away.
All right. Well, first of all, as a kid, I think I read that you knew you always wanted to get into radio.
Yeah. I kind of, I don't know if it was the announcement of the Pledge of Allegiance on the, the school intercom.
Right.
That was just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was standing in front of a microphone and I realized that if I actually talked into something
Right.
and everyone could hear it, how cool that was.
Right.
And then, I don't know, it was radio or TV.
Right.
And then I realized that actually on television you had to look nice, so radio was like totally go.
I've disproved that theory. I think that goes without saying. So
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to know. Was it always radio that you knew you wanted to do? Because, people broadcasting, is it TV, is it radio? But radio appealed to you.
It really did.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried, I did an internship when I was in college at Z100 in New York, which was like the station at the time.
Sure.
And I did it my senior year, and I was like, this is it.
Right.
The whole morning zoo feel of it, people like
Right.
hanging out and just laughing and having a conversation. Mm-hmm. It was just so cool. So,
you knew that you wanted to be like entertaining. You didn't want to just be spinning records or whatever. You knew you wanted to be in that morning show environment.
yeah. And in radio is so interesting in that it's become more about your personality.
Sure.
And not so much about just you need to have that voice.
Right.
And I never felt like I had that voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never share my early tapes with you, by the way, because they're like hideous. But
Actually, Heather, we have the early. No.
this is your life. Woo!
And your third grade teacher is here as well. But now after the internship then at Z100 in New York, where did you find yourself? Did you sort of like take the steps to get to Providence? How did that work?
Does anyone take steps to get to Providence?
Apparently they do. You made it.
Interestingly enough, my father always said if you want to get into radio, you might end up in like Kansas. So be prepared to go wherever. This is where it's going to take you.
Right.
And I grew up in New York, and I was working in New York, and eventually I was working in New York City. I did New Jersey for a little while as like, a beat reporter for some
Right.
small station, and then made it to New York and was like, you know what? I made it. I never had to leave. I did a great job. I just met the right people.
Right.
And my big gig in New York, though, I was Danny Bonaducci's sidekick for about 11 months.
Sweet. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Sure.
Yeah.
Danny Partridge. Was he Danny? I don't know.
Yeah, he's Danny Partridge.
Partridge, yeah.
Danny Partridge.
But he played, his name was Danny and he played it Danny.
It makes it easy that
Yeah,
way.
it's very easy. I
Yeah.
play Brendan on TV and I'm Brendan in real life. It
See?
works out well, you see. But that must have been pretty cool as you like kind of starting out, being with him.
Well, it was really interesting.
Right.
I mean, and the stuff that you heard on the air was interesting, and then the stuff you heard off the air was
Right.
even more interesting. And I always tell people I need a couple drinks before I tell you exactly what went on there.
All right.
But
we'll
it
have
was
to
a lot
stock
of
the
fun.
green room next time you're here.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Well, that's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
then, so that kind of led to the next move, or like how did you find yourself with us here at
I
Lite
ended
Rock?
up leaving New York and going to Boston. I got called and someone said there's a station just starting in Boston. It was Star 93.7. It no longer exists,
Okay.
but I was there for 3.5 years.
Right.
And left there and found the job in Providence.
Sweet.
Linda Lease was leaving Lite Rock 105 at the exact same time, so it just all kind of fell into place.
Kind of clicked. And you've been at Lite Rock how long now?
5 years.
Wow, it just flies.
Yeah,
by,
I
doesn't it?
know.
Now, when you started, I know when I was doing promotions over there, we joked about the bodybuilding, but I did do promotions at Citadel.
Right.
It was you and Gary DeGrade.
Right.
And that must have been great fun because he was really like, well, he still is a Rhode Island legend, in
Yeah.
broadcasting. So was that fun to come in and work with him right away?
Well, it was interesting because Gary and I are so different. Like, we're really different people.
Yeah.
But we were able to get along. And I think I respected the fact that it was his show.
Right.
And that he, had built this for 20-something years. And here
Right.
I was just I was pregnant, too, when I started.
Oh, wow.
With my first child. So it was like, just make fun of me and getting fatter and all that stuff. Yeah, but he was really cool. And then he decided to retire.
Now, how long into the run of the two of you was it a year or so? Or?
3 years.
3 years, okay.
Yeah.
And then now you're with David Jones.
Yes.
And that must be great fun. It sounds like you guys have a real good chemistry together.
Well, it's funny because again, he is so different from Gary. So we have a great time.
Sweet, yeah.
We really have a good time.
I think that's what it's all about on that morning show. You know, we've had Gio and Kim here from Pro FM. I listen to you both.
Whatever.
I speak the truth. But it seems like that's what it's all about when it comes to the morning show. The chemistry between the hosts or the co-hosts or whatever, that, hey, you really have to, the people have to know that you have something going here. You're not faking it, you know?
Right, right. I mean, I have worked in that environment before where you are faking it.
Right.
And it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not fair. It's not, so the fact that this is completely real is awesome. It makes you feel good. When you're laughing, you're really laughing, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of faking it, I got to call my ex-girlfriend. I'm sorry about this. Now, each and every day, the challenge of doing the show, the challenge must be to keep it fresh, to keep it good every day. So you guys like to try a lot of fun things, I would imagine.
Well, yeah. I mean, you go through the news and you see what's going on, and sometimes you prepare. I mean, but then, we did an interview recently with Debbie Harry that we didn't end up airing because it was just, she was calling us while she was picking up a prescription for her sister. So I said, so Debbie, you look really, you look great lately. And she goes, yeah, that's H-A-R-R. Like she's talking to the pharmacist and not even, so you never even know what is going to happen in radio.
Up. Then you'd have something right. That would be
I know.
tremendous.
Well, I asked her to pick me up some Band-Aids. She didn't, she was like, what?
Oh, geez. So that one got pulled.
Yeah, so you never know what's going to, fly in your face that day and what you have to deal with.
One of the coolest things that you do is you involve your son on the show, and now he does his football picks during the football season.
Yeah.
Now, how old is he?
Jack is 4.
4, okay. And how does this work? How did it come about? How does it work? It seems like people really respond to it.
He does a feature called the Lite Rock 105 Patriots Playback.
Okay.
And what had happened was the first game of this past season, we recorded him at home, just doing a report. Hi, this is Jack, and do it, and my main man Tom Brady, and blah 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 blah. And people loved it so much we did it all season long. Right up to the Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness.
And then of course when they lost the Super Bowl, he cried.
He must have been devastated.
No, we had him cry because he's 4.
Oh, on the air.
Well, yeah.
Oh, a little exploitation. I like what I hear. Is he available for television? Because we could really use him here.
He's got his own website on the Lite Rock page.
So he's really, he's doing okay for himself.
Yeah, he's awesome.
You better watch your back. He'll have your position.
Well, I know.
And talk to me about the speeding tickets. I understand we have Heather has a heavy foot.
I mentioned I'm from New York, didn't I?
That's what she gave me the finger on the way in. Yes.
I don't know. I've been very lucky that my husband's a firefighter.
Oh, okay.
So I have fire sticker paraphernalia on my car that seems to get me out of tickets, but I don't know how long that's going to last.
Yeah, well, maybe you're really excited to get to work. That's what it is.
Yeah.
that's what it would have to be.
Well, you'd think they'd pull me over for going 20 on the way home then, because I'm not excited to go.
Get back home. Well, Heather, it's been great catching up with you again, and the time just flies by, doesn't it? I hear that all the time when people are with me. Well, sometimes I hear the opposite, but it depends on who I'm talking to.
Yeah, well, when we were sumo wrestling and
earlier, back in the day.
That flew too.
The mud just flew everywhere. And it's great to see you again. And
nice to see you.
We wish you nothing but continued success.
Thank you.
Lite Rock 105 every weekday from, again, 5:30 a.m. to 10 a.m.
You got it.
How do you get up that early?
I have no idea.
But you made it there and you made it here. And we're very, very thankful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Heather Gersten, ladies and gentlemen, from Lite Rock 105. We'll be right back after this.